Good afternoon, everybody. I feel really worried, and I feel that I should probably lend my voice on what is going on now, especially with the rate of killings amongst couples in Nigeria now, and it worries me more, especially in traditional cultures like the Igbos, the Yorubas, and the Hausas. This is not who we are. This is not us. And I recognize the fact that there are so many things that can make somebody get so angry that that person will lose it. I don't want to, just come out to completely condemn what is going on first, because there are root causes. It's a universe of cause and effect. People react. There are people that they just react when you do things to them. We live in a world of infidelity. It's so high right now. And of course, in the African culture and setting, infidelity is unacceptable. It's a man's world, kind of. So it becomes very difficult for the men to accept and condone a cheating woman. And so, because it tells on the pride of a man, it destroys his ego. It destroys his reputation and everything that makes him a person that is sharing his wife with somebody, and it can get them to a point of, murder. Again, we're experiencing children being born outside a home, like women realizing that your husband has kids outside the family. It doesn't go well. Some women don't accept it because they feel that this should have been the one delivering the first son or delivering the first child. It's about inheritance. It's about the future and who inherits. And so it becomes a problem because the woman can't accept that the son is not the first son, especially when there's just some women who can accept the fact that my husband has kids outside. Just like there are some men who can't take it. Now, this is part of it. These days, we are seeing DNA being done, and then you realize that the pregnancy or the child you've nurtured over the years, the child you've raised and poured love on and warmth and energy and everything isn't even your own. It can actually lead somebody to, committing murder. We also look at lies. A lot of women and men tell too much lies. You just wake up one day and discover that you don't even know who you're living with. You don't even know who your husband is. You don't know who your wife is. You just don't know. And that you've been living a lie all of these years. This person is not the person he or she has been portraying all of the time. Now it sets the clock, the abusive clock in your head, and it becomes a whole total problem. We also look at, the trend that, like, Nigerian men who are killing their wives abroad right now. Why? Because they come back to Nigeria, pick this girl who is seemingly without a future, and you take her abroad, and then you dust her off, send her to school. She becomes a registered nurse there, and the next thing she starts, lording it over the man. She doesn't want to be submissive again, and before you know it, center can no longer hold. The man feels used. The woman feels, that are you enslaving me? The man is feeling used. The woman is feeling enslaved. And before you know it, it gets to a point where there are exchange of words, abuse, and all of that. And before you know it, somebody kills somebody. We also look at financial issues. We live in a world now where money is hard. Every day it's increasingly difficult to make money. So a lot of men can't even meet up the needs of their family. And probably you have a wife who is consistently and constantly on your neck trying to take from you without understanding. It can push a man to, become violent and irrational. There's something with when a woman is suffering a lot for her family, suffering a lot, going through hell and back, trying to get the family together, and the man doesn't even appreciate it. Some men go to the extent of depleting the funds of their wives who are doing everything to get the home together, and before you know it, romance is flying out of the window. Financial needs and problems and challenges are taking over the home, and the next thing you hear is he killed her or she killed him. And then we have people with mental problems. In Nigeria, we have refused to look at psychiatry as an issue. We have refused to look at the mental issues. We have what I call bipolar. Bipolar means that you have a double personality. You can act this way, like this. You have multiple personality disorder. You have obsessive compulsive disorder. You have a psychopath. There are so many things, and in Nigeria, nobody cares. They don't care. There are some people that need to go for anger management. They can't control their anger, so they actually need to go for anger management class. But here it's not being offered. The government is not doing anything about it, and so we have this comedy of anger, comedy of errors, and the legacy of rage, resentment, and bitterness. Just imagine that a young man from Awidemili wedded a young girl from around this 4 months ago, and today that girl is dead. The guy killed the girl. In Nigeria now, we're experiencing serious issues of domestic violence resulting to death and murder. And it's alarming. I'm beginning to really get worried. Look, marriage, when I see, a lot of you are going to misunderstand this thing when I say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Marriage is not for everybody. If you're not mature enough, if you don't have discipline, if you can't control yourself, your anger, don't get into marriage, because you'll be a disaster. When you get into marriage, ego, pride, all of them should be toned down. Because two of you are coming from different social backgrounds, different social environments, different trainings, different cultures, different orientation. So you need to, that's why the Bible said the two shall become one. It's a process. You don't become one immediately. It's a process. You shall become. All I want to say is, if you can't take it, walk away. And this is not me supporting divorce. I would never support divorce. But it's better for you to live with your head intact, with you breathing, than being taken to the morgue. Because let me also tell you, when the person is dead, you that killed that person is not going to go free. Your life is messed up. You will spend so many years in prison if they don't kill you. The society will start rejecting you. So many things will happen to you. It alters you completely. It's a life-changing issue that will alter your life completely. Your life will be completely altered and changed, that you can never, you that's the mother, no matter how much anger, that you can't justify taking another person's life. So my own is this: if you can't take it, walk away. That's why there are courts for divorce. There's no marriage in heaven, as is from the Christian background. So if you cannot condone it, if you can't take it, please quietly return that woman from where you got her from. And you as a woman, quietly walk away. There are men too who can accept you for who you are. There are women who can also love you for who you are. You can meet mad people like you. You can meet mental people like you. You can meet people who are at the same level of attainment and development like you, that can accept you for who you are. But don't mess another person's life. Don't take another person's life. You don't have that power. You don't have it. It is not yours to take. It is not yours to take. You don't have the right to take another person's life. You don't have it at all, no matter what that person has done. Walk away. Because you will ruin your life. What will you explain to the families? What will you explain to your own children, like the ones that their children are, you killed your husband? How are you going to explain to your children that I killed your father? How are you going to explain to your children that I killed your mom? How do you explain to your village? Do you even think, the issue is that we don't even think things through. We should learn to be disciplined. Think things through before you do it. It is not okay to kill. I've listed so many things that can make a woman go so mad to kill her husband, a man go so mad to kill the wife, but it's not worth it. Don't let that person draw you into his or her own blackness and darkness. Don't get sucked up into it. Walk away. Walk away. Say no to domestic violence of any sort. There is no reason why you should take your wife's life, why you should take your husband's life, why you should take your partner's life. There is just no plausible reason. Say no to domestic violence. Say no to this murdering going on right now. Say no to these killings. It is not right. God is against it. Man is against it. Nature is against it. Everything is against it. Say no to domestic violence. My name is CJ Mama, and this is my way of saying no to domestic violence. God bless you.